My name is Maribeth, and I have been at Refuge Point Church since the beginning 8 years ago. I came to one of the first services, and I remember on that day walking in and being so incredibly broken. I grew up in church. My dad's a pastor, but I had not been in church in a long time. And my life was pretty much just in shambles and a mess. And I remember walking in and sliding into one of the back rows and thinking, I do not belong here. And I sat down and I kind of waited for this condemnation to fall that I was expecting, and it never did. Instead, I felt something that I had not felt in a really long time, and it was acceptance. I remember the praise team stepping up to stage to sing, and I don't remember what song they were singing when they stepped on that stage, but I do remember that Jesus met me in my brokenness on a back row and sang a song of grace over me like I had never experienced. Over the past 8 years, I was in a marriage that was falling apart. It was hard to say the very least, and the reason it was failing was due to addiction and abuse, and there were many times over the last 8 years that I did not even think I would make it out. Had it not been for the support of my parents and the support and prayers and of my refuge family, I know I wouldn't be here today. And if it had not been for the Lord's protection, I would not be here today. So even though those 8 years were hard, that is not the end of my story. God actually has restored, and He has released me from a marriage that was falling apart. He set me free from that addiction, from that abuse. And afterwards, I won't even say that that was easy. That was hard. Divorce is never easy. But He made a promise to me, a promise that none of those years would be wasted, that hurt, that heartache would not be in vain. And He promised me that He would restore everything that the enemy had taken from me. And so on March 7th, 2017, He released me from what had been a very, very hard life. And after that, like I said, He made a promise to me that He would restore and He would renew. And so this last year has just been a year where He has just shown me His faithfulness over and over again. He asked me to walk away from a job that I loved, and I did, not knowing what the next step would be. I had been without a car for 6 months, and did not know what I would do and how I was going to make it. And on March 7th, 2018, a year to the day, God provided a job with perfect hours and perfect timing. And then just the icing on the cake, He provided a car through His people, just as a gift. And so whatever promise the Lord has made to me, He has come through over and over again. His faithfulness has just been displayed in my life. I don't know where you're at this morning. I don't know what your struggle is, but what I do know is that the same God who set me free is the same God who can set you free. And so if He's done it for me, He can do it for you. And His promises are always yes, and they're always amen. So whatever you're going through this morning, rest assured that the God who set me free is the same God who can set you free. And I'm excited about what the future holds. I'm excited to see what these next years bring in my life and in the life of Refuge Point Church.